welcome to the Black Ice. Now, I got a request from someone on YouTube and then a couple of people who see me playing OTP and ask about the Playmaker build. If I could do one, I don't use the play. Up until this game, the Playmaker and the Grinder were my two favorite builds. But they've made hitting in such a way that it can disable a friggin' Playmaker that it's hard to use. But I do think there should be a Playmaker on every team when you're playing anything but OTP. Like if you're playing sixes, EASHL, whatever, there should be a Playmaker on each one of those lines. It makes a better continuity in my opinion. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now, if you've seen or gone through any of my videos for the other builds, this one doesn't change much. I think my builds usually change the most in their height, weight, stick usage, all that, because that to me makes a huge difference as well. But I'm gonna go through the Playmaker. I'm gonna work right wing. The Playmaker and right wing, certain categories need to be filled because that's what he does. That's what it is about. So as you can see, he's a 68 right now. I set this up beforehand because I don't like going through all that. If you want the boosts and slots, you can see him in the middle. I mean, you can go down, you can pause the video and see it. But the Playmaker is actually the easiest to score with because you don't have to do much. For some reason, his soft shot, he doesn't have much power. Like, I don't care how high you put the power is. His shot is never going to be as powerful as any of the other player types. But his shot is actually the most effective one. But he takes such a beating. I've set it up and I've used my builds to at least incorporate where he doesn't get injured as much and he's still very effective. But speed and strength is something he's lacking. But he makes up for in other categories. Okay, so let's go through it. Deking, 86. Hand-eye, 87. Offensive awareness, you know what's up, at 65. Passing, 92. Puck control, 95. Now, passing at 92. I've tried passing at 95, and anytime I go above 92, it doesn't seem to, it seems to lose its effectiveness. It seems to be just as, like if I were using a grinder and the passing was at 75 or something. It's not as effective. I've tried forcing cross creases, and they don't go anywhere. There is no loft to the puck. It's just a weird stat. But at 92, it does what it's supposed to. Like, you can throw a full ice pass, and it'll be tape to tape. Like, if you're behind your goalie and you see a guy streaking to the other team's blue line, you can tape to tape hit that pass. And that is why the Playmaker is so effective. All his passes are crisp, and you can have nothing on your hand-eye as a receiver and still get the puck without bobbling it. The Playmaker helps the other people be better. You just have to live through a lot of. You have to live through a lot of it. You have to be an assist guy, let's say. So puck control 95. Puck control is insane on this guy, and I mean insane. With the deking, which helps move your stick side to side, the puck control and the deking helps you to maintain the puck so much. Like, stick checking is something you avoid with ease. You don't want to avoid checks, but stick checking you do. Stick lifts almost non-existent when they do it against you. Your stick go right back down to the ice, and you get the puck back right away. Slap shot accuracy, slap shot power. Usually I put stuff in these categories, but the Playmaker, the strength is just lacking, so it doesn't affect it. The shot isn't more powerful. It's all the same. Wrist shot accuracy, you know how I feel about that, 65. Wrist shot power, 87. Like I said, the power, the suspect on the Playmaker. And for you people who are wondering out there, 65 can't be right on the accuracy, listen, go into an OTP game or whatever game you want to go into and put stuff, don't put anything on the first page. Don't put anything in offense or defensive category. Just put all your stuff in normal stuff in athleticism. And tell me how much different your guy is. He's not that much different. Hand-eye will be your biggest notice because it's harder for him to pick up passes. All the other stuff, you'll be like, oh, wait, what changed? All right, in defensive category, we got aggressiveness at 80, body checking at 74. These are just, they're just there because that's what I normally do. And it hits, left stick hitting works if a guy doesn't have any checking, or, it just helps you out when you want to left stick check someone. Defensive awareness 65, nothing needed there. Discipline 68, I had extra points, just that's the only reason it's up. Face off 65, fighting skills 65, shot blocking 83, maxed out. Helps you go down and get up quicker to block a shot, but if you run over someone's stick, it sometimes loosens the puck up. Stick checking 88, most important category if you're planning on playing defense. All right, athleticism. Now, this is where the playmaker excels a little bit, even though he's lacking a little bit. Let me explain that. His speed, even though he says 90, he's not that fast. The grinder and the sniper is at either one at the same speed and acceleration or 10 times faster than the playmaker. It's the agility is where he comes into play. It's natural agility. He'll cut quicker. He'll, like 45-degree angle cuts are crisp, and he just goes. So let me go through it here. Acceleration, 90. I always max out acceleration because you'll see when I take you into the test on ice, the choppiness, the quick feet. Agility, 67. I had extra points. 65 is what I keep it at because of my camera angle. Camera angle affects so much, agility so much. Lower, and not only that, I'll show you something in the test on ice. Agility prevents you from, when you hit the left trigger and you're going in the zone and you want your guy to square up for a one-timer, the higher your agility, the more he spins. So therefore, sometimes when your guy doesn't spin, he doesn't turn right, you're like, and he doesn't set up right, so you catch the puck on your backhand, it's not a good shot. That's what agility helps you with, or messes you up with, because your guy spins when the agility is high, but when it's lower, he squares up sideways. I'll show you when I get into the shop. Balance, you have to have a pretty good balance for a playmaker, otherwise he's on his butt 24/7. It's sad what they've done to the playmaker in this game. Balance, you have 83. Durability, all the way up. Durability, all the way up. 78. Max it out. Must be. You're going to get knocked down. If you play sixes, maybe you'll get checked less, but if you play OTP, you'll get knocked down a lot. Endurance, 83. Speed, 90. Strength, 83. Max that out, too. You want to maximize any bit of strength that's in this guy. Let's take you to the test on ice. Now the test on ice is where I can show you what I mean about the agility and the way the playmaker advantages. Pro, right wing. Now all this, EA, these menus suck. It takes a year to get into, and you gotta go into 6 different things to get to one thing. So now, usually my guy's around 5'8", 5'9", low weight. Now, I'll show you everything. You've known this before. But to start off, with this playmaker, the most effective weight that I've found is 5'11". Why? It helps him stay on his feet, and it doesn't lose any speed or agility. 5'11", 180. And 180 is important. You need a little bit of weight on this guy. Okay, now the skate is 11-inch skates. I always use 11-inch. All the other ones, I don't. They're not effective. The stick is where it comes big into factor. Now the stick is 90 Pro Flex. Remember, I choose and test out sticks for effectiveness, or whether it gives you more power, but most importantly, it's not missing the net as much, because you miss the net way too much in this game, and it has to do with like momentum. If you're gliding, if you're trying to move your guy, if your deking is high, it has a lot to do with that in this game. So they try to add that as a huge part of the game. So that in turn leaves you to miss the net a lot. So the sticks that I pick make it, you avoid those a little bit. So it's 90 and mid open. Why the mid open? Because he is not a strength guy. So the sticks aren't going to dictate, nor is strength going to dictate how hard his shot is. His shot is pretty much averaged out. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. It's averaged out, but it's very effective. All right, so let me go test on ice here, and I'm gonna go. You can see right away. Right away, you see the hustle? That's 5'11", 180 for you right there. The hustle is crazy, and I'm not doing it. He right away goes right into it, and that's why this is an effective build for a playmaker, because right away he gets into the hustle, and that leaves you with a quick speed burst because you're not as fast as the other guys on the ice. But this is a very effective speed build. Now, the deking, it's just insane. The side to side with the deking, and I didn't put deking all the way up. It's only like an 86, 87. But it deking, the side to side movement of the stick is just so effective. It just confuses computers and just leaves humans in the dusk. It's very effective. But let me show you what the agility I'm talking about. Now, normally with agility, when you are coming out of a corner or whatever, when you hold left stick and you're moving, your guy twists and he turns all the way around. Like sometimes he turns like that. Sometimes he does a little weird fidgety moment. Well, I'm doing the turning here. I'm turning while holding the left trigger. But if you hold it, sometimes your guy will just turn around for no reason. With lower agility, he's going to skate backwards, holding it like that. So therefore, I can take a slap shot. I can take a wrist shot. He's going to be sideways, facing the net every time. So more effective for a shot. I mean, it doesn't make sense in terms of what you thought category should be, but that's how effective it is. This is a very good build. If he didn't get butchered so much all the time, I would use him, but it's just he gets beat up way too much. But maybe you can use it more effectively than I am, because I like to take the corners and be in the corner, and this is not a guy for that. If you're a center or a guy that likes to play the center of the ice and puck control in the middle right here, this is the perfect build for it. All right. Well, I wish you guys luck and appreciate you coming to the Black Ice. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. Like, love, subscribe.